Hey everyone, what's going on today? See, I've got this old gray tubing here. This is my water heater. This is the old gray tubing. I'm going to replace every inch of this stuff with, well, almost every inch anyway, with PEX. I'm going to replace all that. I got to get what's here out, but I'm also going to change the way that this setup is ran. So I'm still debating whether or not to keep that copper stuff there too, which I'm only doing rough in today. I'm not going to do the full install. I'm still debating whether or not to keep the old water tank deal all hooked up too. The first thing I'm going to do, I guess, is start removing all of this stuff. I haven't got any of my connections yet for the PEX or anything like that. I'm just starting the project. I'm not going to be going too far into it at the current time. So anyways, I'll give you guys an update here in a few minutes after I get some of this stuff done. I got my first two lines run. It's been about an hour and a half. But these are the longest runs. You can see they go down into the floor right there. And that's... I need a little bit of... Okay. But the nice thing about PEX is that you don't have to have a bunch of elbows and stuff. It comes up out of the floor right there. And it's going to eventually hook into the sink here. So, but that's my first run. If you'll notice, since I'm using the same color on both, I marked this one with a black piece of tape, which as of right now, that means absolutely nothing. It just means that that's the same line over there that it is over here. So, yeah, this kind of is can be kind of difficult because it's kind of stiff, but it's rigid enough that you can run it and not have to use elbows, like I showed you in here. But it's stiff enough that it's a pain in the rear. So yeah, I'm gonna run a couple more runs real quick, and then I'll show you guys the progress. I've got all that plumbing roughed in. Here's what I got for the spaghetti mess under here. I'm not really going to mess with it because apparently these pipes contract and expand, so I'm just going to let it all kind of lay loose because I figured that would be best. I've got my toilet one ran. I've got the ones ran for the sink. Like I said, poor lighting. There we go. Got the ones ran for the sink. I've got the ones ran for this sink, which you've already seen. I've still got to do the shower, which is going to be really super easy because the shower is right back in here, all the plumbing for it. And there's an access panel right behind this door here. So I'll do that probably when I get all my supplies and stuff. So I still have quite a bit of PEX left. Oops, soft spot on the floor there. I stuck it under here with all the other stuff, try to keep it, because you're not supposed to put it in direct sunlight or some crap like that. So I figured it'd be best underneath that bed. There's all the old plumbing, which is only like maybe 20 feet of old plumbing. But this new system that I'm putting in, it has a lot more plumbing, because right in here, there's like about 5 T's I'd have to put in. Well, instead of putting them all in here, I'm going to put them all back here so that it's easier to access all that stuff there. When it comes to PEX of how I want to hook it up, I can hook it up with these fittings kind of like this one. I can hook it up with fittings kind of like this one, which are like just plastic fittings. Or I can hook it up with little crimps and crimp it in. I haven't decided which way I'm going to do it yet. I do know I'm going to have to use some of these plastic ones because I've got to go from the PEX to this style plumbing in a few different areas. So, yeah. And just so you know, I'm not leaving this here. These are coming out. I just haven't done it yet. So, I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good week.